Hello everyone. I hope you are excellent on this day. I invite you to stay and watch all the video, because I will give you your horoscope for today, as well as the most important aspects that have to do with health, money, and love. I also invite you to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell of notifications, so that you always know everything related to your sign every day, and so you can prevent many situations, and know to deal with any unforeseen. At work, some mistakes are expected that could be costly. This doesn't mean you'll lose your job, but there will be repercussions. Pay closer attention. You have the perfect personality to meet someone who's been eyeing you for a while. You've dazzled them with your unique personality, so it's no wonder they feel they'll get along perfectly with you. This could very well be true. So don't pass up this opportunity to meet someone who might turn your world upside down without you even realizing it. Love is coming, but you need to do more to get the attention of the person you love. You need to make important decisions in your professional life today, as good things are happening and some opportunities have come your way that you hadn't considered before. Don't let opportunities slip away without giving them a second thought. Finally, you could be in for some big surprises. You're probably going through a time where you think you're missing out on good things happening in the world or around you. Re-aware that you live with other people, don't close yourself off, believing that you're the only one who has problems or is going through a difficult situation. Don't compare your problems with those of others, but try to find solutions and lend a hand to those who seem lost. Today is a day to share with those you love. If you're committed, let the person at your side know that you're there for them when they need you. At work, you won't have any major difficulties today. What's certain is that you'll have to pay close attention to what you're doing to avoid making mistakes that could lead you to having to do the entire task again. Drink more water in the morning, it's good for your health. Someone has been looking for you to deliver a very important message from someone from your past. You may not be able to receive this, as it will make you a little sad and bring back many memories you'd wanted to forget. But don't let this stop you. You must see the message, it will be important for you to do so. You have the possibility of an opportunity in business today. Don't let this chance pass you by and start making plans about what you'll do with what you'll earn. Only then will you give it all the strength you need to make everything turn out as well as possible. This is a good time to start making changes in your way of being. You need a change. You're taking a long time for people to ask you for answers. Right now, you need to see what you want and take a better look at what you can see. This isn't a good time to let go of the things you want to experience, quite the opposite, Virgo. There's someone in your life who wants to get closer to you, but you haven't really seen them because your mind is elsewhere. You could get a big surprise from this person this week. A very good moment will happen at work today. You could have the joy of doing very well at a job you were working on, which will bring good things in the future. Important changes are coming at work in your leadership role. Remember to drink water in the morning and avoid heavy meals before going to bed. Tranquility for both body and soul is the recommendation for today, as Virgo is in a time of need. Important opportunities may be before your eyes, but you're not seeing them because you're preoccupied with other matters and have chosen to rest too much at times when you don't need to. You'll have to work twice as hard today, as you didn't know how to properly calculate the deadlines for a project you had pending for some time. An unscheduled trip could happen today. It won't be a pleasure, as it's more of an obligation imposed by others. Try to enjoy this situation as much as possible. A friend will give you advice regarding your health and recommend a treatment they've tried and found successful. Be careful with such a recommendation, as everyone's body is different, and it may not be good for you. Possible hip and limb pain. If the pain persists, consult a specialist. Often, you may believe that those around you aren't doing things right, but sometimes you may be the one who has made a mistake. You're letting yourself be swayed by comments from people who aren't looking out for your best interests, but rather are simply sharing misinformation for the pleasure of seeing others fall. Don't listen to them or engage in arguments with them. If you're getting back together with your partner after a breakup, don't constantly point out their mistakes, it could break you up again. You urgently need advice. You can't solve the problem you may be having with just your own thoughts. Seek help from a friend or family member who you think can help you. Beware of sudden migraines and headaches. If they persist after taking a painkiller, try to relax and stop dwelling on problems at night. Get a good night's sleep. If you hope to find a light at the end of a dark tunnel, perhaps a rough patch you're going through today, you have to do much more than just focus on success. Mistakes are also a key point to consider when you're making them repeatedly. To stay in a relationship that doesn't seem to have much to offer, you just have to decide what your heart wants. If today you're faced with a person who doesn't want to be by your side or who seems overly negative, then you have to start letting go of the apathy with which you face life. Their response will be driven by that. To be successful at work, you don't need to constantly say that everything will be fine and go through life declaring success. This is somewhat misunderstood by people because they've heard it somewhere. You just need to accept the good and bad parts with pleasure. Ginger and honey go hand in hand. Not only will they clear your throat, but they are also a good source of energy. Today you had a dream that worries you, because you feel it involves your partner and that its meaning isn't entirely positive. In reality, this dream is about you, not the person you love, and what it's telling you is that you need to be more honest and open. You're hiding something from your partner, and that, in addition, instills fear in you. You're tired of running around, and you're afraid that all your efforts will ultimately lead to nothing and you'll be left alone. However, that's not true. You've done your homework and you're a more complete and independent person. And that opens you up to the possibility of loving and being loved. Today you have before you several examples of how much you have achieved in taking care of yourself. You are a more confident and healthy person, stronger and more proactive. There are days like these, when what you need to do is congratulate yourself for all the things you have accomplished and will accomplish regarding your body and your health. Today you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your worth as a professional and as a worker. A situation will arise that only you can resolve. You should not do so with arrogance, but with the best attitude of service. Humility and your experience will be the keys to your progress, on this and other occasions. Don't try to stop the love you are feeling for someone special, no matter what makes you want to stop it. Someone very close to you needs you to do them a very important favor. Don't leave them alone. A relative will call you to ask for a favor, but don't neglect your finances if it involves money. You're not in the best financial position to do this. If it's a small sum, you might consider helping out. I recommend you put your goals in order and explore new paths. You may experience problems in your relationship due to your insecurity. There's a possibility of a breakup, so pay attention to the signs and try to avoid losing the person you love. It's time to regain confidence in yourself, and you'll be able to find someone who loves and respects you for who you are. It's not yet time to go crazy and become irresponsible. You must be aware that this is a time for working and achieving your goals. You have a good team, so contribute your knowledge and experience. If you're just starting a job, be respectful and try to learn from your superiors. Regarding your studies, get back on track and put aside the parties and nights out for a while. You're in a period where you should focus more on what will help you achieve your dreams. Trust your friends, because they want the best for you. Don't forget to follow the good advice a loved one will give you today. Take advantage of this time and spend time with the person you love. It will be a good day for both of you if you choose. It's not a good time for love if you're single. You'll likely be like that for a while. Don't despair. The right person will come along when you least expect it, that's the secret. You have the chance to meet someone who could give you a great job opportunity today. You'll likely have to interview for that person and pass a test, but you'll do very well, and in the end, everything will turn out very well. This isn't the time to invest large sums of money in something you don't really need. It's better to wait until things improve in the household economy before taking this option. You need to learn to cook and do things around the house. You're spending too much on things you can do yourself. You just need to take the time and make choices. Organize your schedule. You won't always have time to go out and party or spend time with friends. It's important to save money in this area. You don't always have to leave the house to find good things. When you stay home, whether alone or with someone, you can rest assured that everything you want will turn out for the best. Don't expect everything to be the way you don't want it to be. You have to be more confident about everything. Love is good, but you should take some distance from each other and give each other more time to spend with your families and friends. Don't turn your relationship into something all-consuming. You have to realize this before you start to get bored. You're starting to think about changing jobs, as you feel too much pressure from your superiors. The best advice you could receive today regarding this matter is to calm down and think things through. We all have moments of exhaustion, where all we want is to take a long vacation or just come home and do nothing. It's time to make important decisions in your relationship. Your relationship may be going through a difficult time due to constant arguments, so it's extremely necessary to have a serious conversation with that person. If you can't find a solution, perhaps it's time to consider taking different paths. For those seeking love, this is looking complicated and may take a little longer to arrive. You've made bad decisions and left people who were worth it for others who didn't have much to do with you, but soon someone new will arrive who will dazzle you. If you feel like you're going through a difficult time at work, this is because the place where you work is going through changes that have nothing to do with you. Start looking for a new place to be with greater security and without fear of losing your job. Virgo needs to be present in various situations today. This isn't the time to hesitate. It's a day of revelations, so don't be surprised if someone tells you about a comment someone you thought was a friend has made behind your back. It's something that could happen today. This often has to do with feeling trapped in where we are, be it work, country, or even home. If you have a family or are well established, plan a family trip soon. If you're in the process of studying, it's important to consider continuing your studies abroad. You have an idea floating around in your head about a possible business that you think will be successful. Try not to share it with anyone until you're sure you can pull off what you're thinking. Taking a leap of faith will always be important when you truly feel it. For Virgo, it may be a bit of a tough day, not because they aren't making efforts to improve their lives, but because others are putting a damper on your spirits, and that always brings setbacks, dear Virgo. Remember your charm skills when you confront your crush today. It's impossible to hold back and not be able to truly speak the way you usually do when you want to win someone's heart. Charm has its techniques, don't forget them. You always get what you want, but this subject is a bit difficult for you. If your workload is a bit heavy today, it doesn't mean you have to do double the work. Rather, you should really focus on what you have the most difficulty solving. Only that will be the solution, and you'll be able to free yourself from a heavy burden. You're relying on many medications to solve your problems, and that's not good. A little natural medicine could also help. You're approaching a stage of fulfillment, where you'll be able to enjoy all the effort you've put into your work. Don't ruin it by being stubborn. If you're having a good time as a couple, it's important to ensure that things continue this way for a long time. It's no use starting to think that what you have between you has an expiration date or that the good times will soon be forgotten. You should always give your best wishes to the relationship so that things stay good. Bad thoughts only become bad energy for love. A very dear friend is in need of you, pay them a visit. In love, you will find yourself at a crossroads. Be sure to choose wisely the person you want to be with. If you're in a relationship, avoid being domineering with your partner, give them the space and freedom they need. You probably feel like your life is at its best. If so, you're right. If you think you're missing some pieces to make a good connection, then you should look for the answers to the questions that are forming in your mind. Take a good look at the fundamental aspects of your life. Love will be important at this time, and if you're single, it's a good time to start looking for love. Although the person you'll be with will arrive alone, it never hurts to lend a hand to fate by meeting people and always showing yourself willing to meet someone. If you have eye pain or discomfort, use drops to lubricate them. If the discomfort persists, you can see a specialist. If you feel everything is okay, avoid spending too much time in front of the computer so your eyes don't tire. Don't wait any longer to take that dream trip you've been planning for a long time. It's something you've been nurturing like a lifelong dream. Don't let this remain just a fantasy. It's very positive that you've started going out more, also spending more time with friends and family. They might introduce you to someone at some point. Love happens when you least expect it and in the way you least imagine. Don't lose your bearings over this. You can't let someone push you around all the time. You need to start taking this more seriously. You can't allow it to keep happening. At work, you'll have problems with someone. It's time to make decisions and tell this person not to bother you. When Virgo doesn't have a clear vision, they may have many doubts, but if you're seeing things much more clearly, everything will go well. What's happening today is very good, Virgo. You just have to see it clearly and with a positive face, because it's important. If you're looking for someone to share your life with, perhaps you should start looking in other places you haven't seen yet. You could try meeting new people or getting involved in other social circles you haven't yet explored. You have the ability to see beyond the horizon in business, and you could achieve very good results today if you take a risk you've been thinking about taking but aren't sure about. You need help with a financial problem, but you're embarrassed to ask for it. For those in a mature stage of life, possible health declines are on the horizon, so it's advisable to take care of yourself with a daily dose of vitamins. It's not yet time to take that trip you've been dreaming about for some time. You have responsibilities and commitments to fulfill where you live. It's better to wait until you've saved up a little more money and finished what you set out to do. Don't leave things halfway. A woman is looking for your services. It could be a good opportunity to generate extra income and get a good recommendation to generate other clients. If you still have your parents, it's time to talk to them about an important matter you've been meaning to discuss with them for a while. They will listen and support you. You have to decide between the people you've been meeting. Don't play with other people's feelings, you don't want them to do the same to you. If you're in a relationship, it's time to improve the things you have in common. Don't be afraid to spend a little to improve your home and buy things you need. If you feel you need to express something important to someone who has caught your interest, don't be afraid of being rejected. If you wait too long, you could miss a good opportunity. The soul only ages with experience, but you should never give up play and the ability to be amazed by the simplest things in life. Don't be afraid of what you don't know, because if life is pushing you to take action on these things, you must take the leap and stop feeling like you're going to fail. Taking the risk is a success in itself. If you have a job you don't like, it's time to think about moving elsewhere. Don't choose something related to the same industry and system, as you'll repeat history and the discomfort will remain. Don't let others affect your heart today, Virgo. Remember very well that for Virgos, it's always necessary to have an open heart, as people will only say what they feel when they feel truly comfortable. If you want love to fit into your life, then you'll have to accommodate a little more to the people who are circling your path right now. Don't shut yourself away, Virgo. That's why today you need to step out of your comfort zone and face the world with new eyes. If you're currently looking for a job, then ask the person in your life to help you find a good position. Don't expect your health to improve just because you want it to. If that were the case, we would achieve everything just by wishing for it. It may be that way sometimes, but most of the time, it takes effort. Your lucky numbers are 12, 34, 15, 26, 33, and 10. Compatibility. At work, Libra. In love, Leo. Lucky, Scorpio. Today's lucky color, orange. Today, don't be afraid to have fun and enjoy yourself with friends or your partner. It's a day to do so and feel good about enjoying life's pleasures. You could try new things or just hang out with the people you love most over a few drinks. Couples need a little more excitement and fun. You can't always be in the same routine without adding a little spice to the relationship. Try going out on the town tonight, eating out, going dancing somewhere, or enjoying a good wine together at home. You need to understand that work isn't just something boring we do every day and from which we can't escape. Recover your love for what you do. You can make it more fun than it is. A good way is to enjoy more time with the people you work with. Try it. Don't let yourself be right in an argument at work. It seems strange to advise you to do this, but it's what you should do. It's important that this time you convince others that you're right, since your idea is very good and could be a great success for the company or business where you work. This isn't the best time to save money, so you should start making changes to your diet. You'll probably have to leave some non-essential products out of your shopping cart for the day and for a while. Try switching brands and keeping your spending to a minimum. Someone who is very interested in you wants to tell you something important. Don't let the opportunity pass them by today. Someone you haven't paid enough attention to lately will let you know today. You need to start paying more attention to the important things in life. This isn't the time to rush through everything without even looking. You could be missing out on great things by being too busy with your work. Make sure work is a place where you can grow and gain experience. Organize your desk or workspace. This way, ideas will flow more freely and you'll be much more comfortable throughout the day. If you have a business in hand, it's time to make a decision. Perhaps you're considering leaving your current job to make room for this new project. I suggest you give it some thought, but don't give up on your dreams. Love is a great thing, as you're both appreciating each other. Remember to appreciate the thoughtfulness your partner gives you. Virgo thinks a lot about the possibility of not having good things happen. That's why life often seems a bit complicated, Virgo, but in essence, it's not. We're the ones who complicate things and get so nervous about everything. Don't forget that, Virgo. Singles need to take a closer look at their lives as they are now. If they feel they're doing great, then there's no reason to seek commitment or meet someone to form a stable relationship. You have everything right now to start succeeding, dear Virgo. Don't be fooled by job promises that have no basis in reality. You should always carefully consider the working conditions before signing a contract. Be more confident in your appearance, Virgo. It's very likely you're going through a period where you don't feel well. You should take a second look and admire yourself for who you are, Virgo. Don't pass up the opportunity to go for a walk in the park or do something you really like. You shouldn't always share what you want to do with everyone. We often need moments of solitude to explore ourselves. Tip of the day: your inner beauty is the most important thing to succeed in this world. But if you consider success only when you beat others to get something, you haven't learned anything. And this was your horoscope for today. I invite you to give me a like, and subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications bell, so you never miss your totally free daily horoscope. I wish you an excellent day and see you next.